Hello YouTubers, and today I am finally going to be reviewing this, which is the Warriors of the Deep Silurian 3-pack. So yeah, this is the next Character Online exclusive. So yeah, now this is £30, so it is £10 more than the B&M sets, though it does mean you can order it straight from the website with free, delivery, so there's that factor. And yeah, so let's take a look at it. So basically I'll just review our main Silurian here. In fact, I'm going to put these down in case I knock them over. I'll go through the packaging later on, but yeah, so obviously the main thing with this figure is the head sculpt, and it is a fantastic head sculpt. It does look really, really nice. It's got that sort of smiling sort of look to it, and you can see on this one that the little light on the head, which they only added in because they couldn't get the mouths to move, it is lit up on this one. So yeah, it looks pretty good. You've got them sort of reptilian eyes, but the head sculpt of it looks really good, and they've added a few extra lighter details to sort of bring out the scales and that to it. Apologies, my voice sounds like it's echoing. I'm recording in a different location at the minute, so very temporary. But yeah, you can even see the little neck things and neck little ring things. And the only problem with these figures is, I've noticed they're very difficult to stand up. This one has a slightly loose leg, which doesn't help, but yeah, they're a bit difficult to stand up, these figures. They don't... I've noticed that with a lot of characters figures recently, particularly also with the B&M robot figure. Very difficult to actually stand up, to actually keep it standing up, but also with these figures, because they are top heavy because of the shell. So yeah, that's kind of like the main thing with this figure is the new torso piece and the new head piece as well. So the shell is just a sort of tan colour, but it has this really nice sort of weathering texturing going on, which makes it look, more like the actual shell. It looks really, really nice, actually. And you can see all the little scales and that around the side of his arms and the back here, where we've got I guess the scales or spikes going all the way along the back, and even on the head itself you can see what looks to be an ear or something on the side, which, yeah, it is just a really, really nice sculpt to it. And yeah, it does look really nice, and I think it's the first time we've had a new torso piece on a figure in for a long, long time. Now, this figure does reuse some parts. It does, for example, the arms are half used because this is the Sea Devil arm. But when we get to the bottom here, this is actually the forearm section here. This is new for the scales and everything for it, and the hands do appear to be new as well, although the hands could just be existing hands that are being repainted. I'm not sure, although I can't really think of any that are using it. The other arm is exactly the same, except has this little communicator on there just here. Now, what's nice is the arms are ball jointed, so since it's using the Sea Devil arms on there, so yeah, it is nice. No swivel joint because of that, but I'd much rather have a ball joint than have a swivel joint. And then the legs are mostly, again, just a reused Sea Devil legs, with the only difference, really, when we get down to the feet here, which, yeah, I think almost look like camel hooves a bit, I think is the best way to describe that, with the little scales and that on there. The thing is, though, the flat feet should mean it should stand up very well on its own, but again, since, because of the shell, it makes the whole thing a bit top heavy, so it makes it a bit more difficult to actually, stand up on its own. So yeah, it's actually standing not badly there, but again, it is top heavy. It is a really nice sculpt, however. So yeah. But I think the thing I'd say the most about this figure is that, it's a new sort of monster from the 80s that we haven't had before, and it's actually one that, people actually give a shit about. It's not the Sensorites or the Vord. To anyone who likes, you know, the Vord and that, more power to you, but, you know, this is a figure that people actually wanted compared to the others, so that is something good in that part. And I know there is the debate of just like, well, you know, these two, which are pretty much the same, except with these, the lengths are off. But that is most likely to basically, you know, be able to afford this sculpt. Again, you can see these fall down very easily. Now, taking a look at the packaging, in fact, I've got a boxed one, because I bought two. So, yeah, if we take a look at the boxed one, this box is absolutely massive. I think it's about... It's either the same size as the Jungles and Mechanus set, or possibly even larger. It's absolutely huge. And the thing is, I wish it wasn't so big. I wish it wasn't this big, because it takes up so much more space. It takes up so much more space that way, but you can see there's a load of information on there, on the back. But, yeah. It's just a huge box for these figures, and this will be eating, also, these custom boxes and that will be easing into the price of the sets, so, yeah, I'd rather just have, if that, you know, I'd rather just have just the standard B&M 3-pack boxes, to be honest. I'm not too fussed on that. I will say though, the backdrop on this one is still nice, although then again, I find Alduar puts more effort into the packaging a lot of the time, and this one does have, you know, this section here, which is removable. It is removable. You don't, despite what some reviewers say, it's literally, you just have to push this part through, and it can come out like that. So you can see, you know, the full underside of it there, which is quite nice, and you can put it back. But if you just peel this tape off, or cut the tape off around there, this section will be able to pull out, and you can put it back in afterwards if you so wish. I'm not going to bother, but it is a nice backdrop to it. Now, there is one thing I'm going to talk about, which I don't normally talk about with these things, and that is that on Character's website, a lot of people... Ooh, and that just fell down. You see how these fall down? Very easily fall down. A lot of people on Character who ordered this on Character's website, which is, again, the only place you can get it, a lot of people have been reporting that they've been getting sent extra ones, which they didn't order. Which, hey, is good for them, but it is bad for people because, for other people, because there's only 5,000 of these, so if other people are getting the, you know, extra ones, they'll probably, the thing is though, there probably won't be exactly 5,000, because normally what they do is they do a couple of extras as production samples and that, so they might have, probably is just over 5,000, normally. But then there's other people, like my friend, Reese, who, basically, he got an email today, from Character, and he was being charged for 4 of these sets, even though he only ordered 2, and only 2 showed up anyway. So he contacted Character, and Character basically said, well, if the other 2 show up, send us them back and we'll give you a refund, or if nothing shows up within X amount of days, then we'll give you your money back. But this is really poor management, this is really poorly managed, this, unfortunately, so... Yeah, on Character's part, that is not great for them, but yeah, overall this set for £30, yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's nice to get some Silurians finally in the line, and it's finally, you know, nice to get some, you know, other monsters as well, but also, you know, more definitive sort of monsters. I wouldn't say, you know, I'd say Silurians are probably, in my books, probably a C tier, in terms of monsters and villains, but still, you know, definitely, you know, they're in the ranks. They're not like the Vord, which are way down, you know, so it is nice to, you know, finally get these, and who knows, maybe one day we might get the Pertwee versions as well. But yeah, overall, I do highly recommend these, and they are easy to get a hold of. There's nothing to really complain about with these. See, I can do positive ones as well. But yeah, overall, really nice figures. And yeah, the only thing I'll say about them is another thing with the packaging. These things were tied into the packaging like there was no tomorrow. Like, it took me a good bloody 10 minutes nearly to get these out of the packaging because there were so many bits. Because rather than just having a loop, you know, the white twisty tie round it, they'd wrapped it round the legs, each leg several times in knots. So it made it 10 times more difficult to get out. So yeah, but anyway, that's it for this review. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.